Good morning. Well, perfect time for us to head in the community this morning. It's all for our friends at Presbyterian and Plains Regional Medical Center. Don't skip the care you need. Call PRMC today. Well, you know, we have opportunities to have guests join us, and I've been looking forward to this for several weeks. We have Eddie and Robert Crane stepping in. Mr. Crane, Senior, Eddie joining us first. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you? Thank you for having us, man. It's what an honor and a pleasure.
Well, thank you. We first had a chance to talk, Robert and I here. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, good.
Good.
Now, I'll kind of set the table on this, and this has to do specifically with veterans. Seems kind of a follow-up to our conversation with Joelle just a few minutes ago with folks, currently serving. But now I know, Robert, that you served as well, and you served, I think, in the Vietnam days, correct?
Yes, sir. I was actually the last group of draftees to get drafted before they started the lottery system back in 1972, and so I was stationed at in Pleiku, Vietnam, with the 4th Infantry Division, and so it was quite an experience. But from there, I went to Europe, to Germany. So yeah, and I had a lot of fun in Germany.
Our ages are very, very similar because the draft stopped. I think they had pulled a number out of the fishbowl. I'm number 38, and in that period of time, the draft stopped. I'd already prepared to go in the Navy. I thought that's where my future is in communications in the Navy. I don't know why.
Way to go. That'd have been a good field.
Well, thank you,
yes,
Robert,
sir. An honor.
Or Eddie, for your service. Maybe I missed this. Robert, did you serve as well?
I actually haven't served, and so I spend my days now serving, helping my dad and
I understand.
Progressing this.
Now, this is really, and this is something I got behind from the moment I heard it, because I know our listeners can get behind this. You've got a great project going, and that's really what we're going to talk about today, is about the Veterans Outreach, and specifically about an event coming up. But then we want to talk about the bigger picture, about what you do every day, your organization.
Yes.
And we're actually going to, after we get done here on our on-air this morning, we'll get a chance to record one and put it on our talk station as well, where we'll have more time to really get into your organization, because I totally believe in the good work you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen, if you will, tell us about Healing America's Heroes.
So Healing America's Heroes is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and the reason we created it as a nonprofit organization, so it would be no cost to our first responders and veterans that come through our program. And that's the reason why we're a nonprofit organization. I feel like our veterans are already paid.
That's right.
And so we are a recreational therapeutic program. Okay, we help our veterans, both male and female, through PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress, okay, and also our female veterans with their post-traumatic stress, also their MST, which is military sexual trauma, okay? And we do this through recreational therapy, which is our fly fishing therapy and our horse therapy.
Now, you told me you have your horses are older horses that are just so tame, they're super friendly, and they bond with the folks that
the horses are our oldest horse is 33.
Wow.
And our youngest horse is 6. So and so we've got a big variety of horses there. We've got different types of horses, but the thing of it is, like you did say, sir, they are older, more gentle horses, more forgiving horses, more understanding horses, and they love the attention that they get from the grooming, from the braiding their mane and tails, just and all the sincere hugs and just tears that they get,
And the fly fishing part, of course, catches me because I'm passionate about fishing. I still am, not as much as I have been, but I can so appreciate what that does to help people out.
The fly fishing really makes you concentrate. Okay, like casting it in front of that little rock, and and then when you go through our fly fishing program, you also go through a fly tying program. Okay, so you end up tying a fly every day. Okay, so the veteran actually goes home with 5 of his own flies that he tied himself.
So you're not going to let me use any live bait then?
Yeah, no.
See, I was afraid of that. When you said I could come down and fish, I thought, now listen, I'm going to have to ask, can I use live bait?
But I will guarantee you that you will catch a fish.
All right. Well, that's all you could ask.
Yes, sir. Yes,
now,
sir.
One of the interesting things, too, that has popped up in our conversation for your veterans outreach and healing America's heroes, your dog has been honored by the state of New Mexico.
Our little dog, Foxy, okay, was nominated by one of our veterans that came through our program. She nominated her to the John Henry Service Animal of the Year Award through the New Mexico Behavioral Health. Okay, and our little dog Foxy won that award in 2024. And she just came back from Santa Fe. She got all these awards and recognition.
You said was the governor's there?
And the lieutenant governor was
Lieutenant
there.
governor.
Yeah, and a bunch of dignitaries. She got introduced on the Senate floor by our state representative, Harlan Vincent.
Nice.
And she got a lot of recognition. But the interesting thing about that, sir, is in 2021, also we had a male veteran come through our program that nominated our horse Cracker, our 33-year-old horse Cracker, for the same award. So we actually have two therapy animals from the same organization winning the same award.
Oh, that's outstanding.
That's therapy.
It is.
That's therapeutic.
It is.
Big thank you to them.
Yeah, and oh my God, yeah. You know, New Mexico Behavioral Health has become great supporters of us, and they understand our mission and what we're doing and what we're accomplishing.
Well, let's talk specifically about this event, the Veterans Outreach that's coming up April 11th to the 17th. Now, this event's in Hobbs.
Correct.
But it's
Lee
not
County.
just for Hobbs.
It's for the Lee County area veterans and first or veterans in that area.
Okay.
Okay. And what it is 2 3-day events.
Right.
Okay. First would be the 3-day women's veterans event, and then second would be the men's event. And so we're going to be taking our horses. We're going to be like Barnum and Bailey. We're going to taking our show on the road. We're going to have our 4 therapy horses in there. We've made accommodations, or we've made arrangements to lease a facility there in Hobbs. And
good.
We've gotten good response. We're actually from here today. We're headed to Hobbs to do more outreach there today.
Understand.
You know, and this is a great opportunity, and thank you, sir.
Now, the heart and soul of your organization, the Healing America's Heroes, let's talk about that, because that's where we really want to kind of head to following this, is what you do, where you're located, and where folks can find out more. So,
Healing America's Heroes was established in 2014. Okay, and it was established in northern New Mexico in the Chama Tierra Amarilla area. Okay, and in 2021, 2022, we were able to work out a deal with the with the state of New Mexico on leasing a facility there in Fort Stanton, New Mexico, that was a prison. It was a minimum security youth prison or facility, and it got shut down in 2015, set vacant from 2015 to 2021, and we negotiated a deal with the state of New Mexico to lease a facility, and so we've got a 20-year lease on 70 acres. We've got 30,000 square feet of space. We've got 50 beds. And we've got a commercial kitchen, we've got an education center, a worship center, and a trade school facility.
One of the things that caught my interest, too, when we were talking, and this might have been you and I, Robert, when we were speaking, is that you offer help for people who need the help or want it, but you don't force it upon those who don't request it.
Yeah, this is a pretty important part of our program, is that a lot of veterans have been through the therapy and pills. And, my dad has dealt with that. And I think this is just something for when you're at the end of, when you want something else. It's sort of an alternative.
Right.
Being a recreational therapy program, okay, it's not. We don't have it mandatory that you talk to a therapist between 9 and 10 in the morning.
Right.
It's not meant. We do most of our therapy, talking to the horse or sitting down there by the river, or so we are very outdoors. Okay,
which is great. That's
recreational.
Yep.
You know, at our facility, we're located in Fort Stanton, New Mexico. Our address is 250 Blackjack Pershing Road.
What a great address,
isn't it?
Yeah,
isn't it, man? You know, if you know the history of Blackjack Pershing, yes,
one of the great
amen.
American heroes.
That's right. And
wow.
So, our facility is actually a mile west of the little community of Fort Stanton, the historical community of Fort Stanton. So we're very quiet. You know, we got a mile and a half of the Bonita River running through our program.
Beautiful. You
know, and it's just we do so much down by the river. You know, and under the trees, and we got viewing areas where we can see elk and deer and turkey and other animals.
So right outside of our, as you step outside of your room, you can see the Sierra Blanca Mountain, where Ski Apache is over there. And it's beautiful, and it's the perfect setting for these retreats and programs that we do. We've got over 15 dates available this year, and they're all on our website. And you can go to healingamericasheroes.org and register for any of those events that you'd like to go to, and it's free to the veterans.
I just so appreciate what you're doing. I always love it when someone sees a need and then does something about it. It's easy to see it, but the next step is to do something about it. And Eddie, you've done something about it, and I love that.
Thank you, sir. It's been good. We've gotten a lot of good help. We started in northern New Mexico in the Chama Tierra Maria area, and that was a great place to start.
One of the most beautiful spots in America.
Heavens, it's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Okay, but we had the opportunity to expand and lower the cost to our, for our veterans to come through our program. So with this facility, one of the things we've been able to do is offer a couples retreat, a couples veterans retreat.
You bet.
And we're looking forward to that more and more. Okay, and that's something that's very needed. Okay, because if a veteran has a PTSD, so does a partner. And that's just the way it is.
Absolutely true.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Well, Eddie and Robert, gentlemen, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you as well for taking time to get a hold of us, come in and share, because I'm glad every person in our listening area, from Littlefield to Grady and from, Hereford to Elida, have had a chance to catch up on good work you guys are doing to help out all of our veterans. Thank you.
Can I say something about the little community of Elida?
Yes.
Okay. Elida, one of our board members, Mr. Bob Woolley, was born and raised in Elida. And he's a good man, and he's on our board. He's a retired state representative from Chavez County.
Now, this is not true, but we say it all the time here. Now, I'm from Iowa originally. My friend Dwayne Chase normally sits in the other chair right over here next to us. I'm my sidekick in the morning often. And Dwayne has a saying, being from this part of the world. If you're born and raised and you're here, you're either from Elida or you're from Iowa. Honest to goodness, it seems like no matter who I run into, they're like, I'm from Iowa. Oh, of course you are. Yeah, I'm from Iowa. All right, so anyway, it's kind of funny how that is. Or Elida, that pops up all the time.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
A little town of Elida.
Thank you, sir.
Good community. Eddie and Robert, truly, thank you for what you're doing, and thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
You bet.
An honor and a pleasure.
Thank you all for joining us right here in the community for the nice folks at Presbyterian and Plains Regional Medical Center.